That is very strong. And just in general, you have a lot of auto attackers with Braum, so those early skirmishes, that's what Bro needs to not fall prey to. If they opt into early skirmishes, that's where they can just lose the whole game. Like if I see them fighting in the river level 4, I'm curious to see how far this invade can go. Yeah, the Braum enough to scare them away. Gideon just opts to go for his Krugs instead, so red taken. The extra pressure from the bot lane paying off here.
So Gideon's going to flash away. Doesn't seem to have any ability to get away from the Xin. There's the sun, and there it is. First blood in the jungle. As Cuz being very annoying, sticking around for longer than Gideon expected. Well, take damage from casting.
I think it just feels rough because, I mean, the thing is we have different AP top laners, because Rumble also, like, Rumble has just been monstrous at every point of the game.
Yeah.
A lot of Dans.
So many Dans. It's a really common name, so.
Yeah.
To tell them apart from the other Dans, they probably just called him Daniel. Or probably just called him Degon, not Dan.
That's what they tell them apart from the other Dans, they call him Dan. Wow. Thanks, Brendan.
They really figured it out.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, KT got another Drake.
It's not relevant at all. It really matters. 0. But, you know, that's something to talk about.
Okay.
We're digging it. Wow, he's getting.
Where's the
up.
Q3? All right, now we're getting some action.
Action happening.
Trading ult for flash. Well, those needles actually hit, but now we got Pantheon on the way. Perfect. A little bit too far up the lane, is going to have to flash. Gideon is not done with that just yet. Flashes on in himself, goes all out, and immediately dies.
And fight in the river at level 4. That's what I wanted them to avoid. Yeah. But now they have to navigate a fight here.
Well, Perfect doesn't have TP, so I think unless Cuz steals this, and aiming's in mid lane, so I think this is just a done deal. Bro will collect this dragon.
And this is great. This is, well, okay. There's two perspectives. From Bro's perspective, this is phenomenal, right?
I think it was against Bro, actually. If it wasn't against Bro, it was against, like, BRX or something. But BDD, awkward spot here. He's going to get the dash away and the push away, but Rakan also joining up, and Gideon gets another kill and takes BDD off the map.
See, look how sweet that kill tastes.
Yeah.
When it's been such a long time since the last one.
Yeah, it's like dopamine detox, you know?
You learn to cherish it, right? Enjoy it, right? And the replay that's going to come, we're going to really dial into it because we don't get many in this game.
We have to latch onto it. We have no other choice.
But
first turret goes to Bro.
Yeah, Trader Towers on the opposite side of the map, but a good gank coming in, catching BDD. That is 66.66% recurring, obviously.
It's 100% of his team's kills.
Of the total kills in the game. Herald's going to be thrown down mid. Should be enough to take this tower. Or actually, I don't think it is. I think it's close.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Made sure that people didn't do bad things. It was an interesting time.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Okay.
Are we gonna
Dragon up at 15? It's time. Items coming in. We got Jack Show on Perfect, Dusk and Dawn on casting. They're ready to fight. Guys, we've been building up to this moment. The tension is it's palpable. Wow. I'm so ready.
Yeah. Me too. Ghost is going to take a bunch of damage for no reason at all. But he does make it back to his team, utilizing his heal.
Casting level 16 on the flank.
Yeah, Perfect trying to match him, but like, that's not okay, Namgoon. He is going to catch Cuz, and in goes casting. Cuz is going to take a bunch of damage, as will Ghost. He was low from before, BDD looking for the angle, but he gets the flash out of Gideon. Orianna gets in, and the Orianna picks it up. And Bro get the dragon on top of the kill, and even get BDD's flash. They're just collecting everything here.
Wow, an entire extra kill on the back of that. Wow. Yeah, that's increased Bro's kills by 50%. They are tired of waiting around.
I mean, they do have a Zir, so they actually do have a decent amount of damage.
Casting
this is going down
TP
pretty quickly, and yeah, casting is just not here. And so, utilizing TP advantage, and Bro are like, I don't know. What do we do? Nothing, I guess. I mean, Perfect's gonna flash away, and we get no kills. But KT does get the Baron.
Yeah. Not having the Gwen there, not wanting to fight without the Gwen, opting instead to push mid and take a couple of turrets. maybe just a little bit nervous about rushing into that one. Yeah, but I also feel like maybe we've been a little lied to because...
And they have a Azir, you know?
I mean, that's a factor for sure.
Gideon is actually in a bit of trouble here. He does not have his flash. He's just dead. They engage onto him. Namgung is here. He's going to pick up Cuz and throw him down into the ground as Teddy does pick up that kill. Flash comes through. And it's the shockwave, not Ghost.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, getting a little bit chaotic now. Getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, they are on the dragon. This would be third for Bro. BDD's flying in.
BD has the angle. He is going to show himself with the soldiers, but he's still here on the flank.
They're corralled in. Casting is low.
Yeah, here comes Namgung. He is going to hit the two-man ult, but zero follow-up comes through. So he gets that, and that's about it. As now the culling. Okay, big shockwave. Gonna deny us some more action. As they're very tentatively tiptoeing forward. BDD thinking about it. He says, okay, I'm gonna dash up north, away from the team. Oh, that's a big knockup actually from Ghost. That was pretty good. Makes up for the previous play as now BDD, he says, I don't need to use my ult. I'm just gonna flash forward and do some damage.
Just walk at them menacingly. They can't handle it. They can't do anything. And Bro, they get the dragon, but they could just crumble at this encroaching advance. Ghost gonna try and hit a Q. He wants to play the tune again, but
and a lot of poking and prodding as we have traded places here. Bro is on the red team side, and KT is on the blue team side. On the flank. As the ball is out, looking for it. They're trying to get some kind of poke onto casting, but again, they don't really have a good way to engage with this composition. As Ghost is holding the door, the blast cone over the wall, just to group everybody up. As Cuz says, I'm doing it, guys. I do not care. He gets everyone in the sweep. They get 2 kills already and perfect. Nobody can touch him. Casting is doing a lot, though. And might be the one difference maker in this. Teddy's still alive as well with a red buff. Kiting down perfect. And the res here on the Gideon. I thought after an engage like that, for sure KT win, but not the case this time. Bro, get Cloud Soul.
The level 19 Gwen just too powerful, and Teddy able to make it away after the shuffle. BDD's sacrifice for his role in this play, and look at Casting, he's full HP. He's just flying in, destroying everyone. Perfect gets decimated by the damage. And now with Cloud Soul in pocket, Casting's doing more.
Oh, Cuz he's actually gonna hop on over, and the needles will miss. Has to the scissors, but it just doesn't matter. As eventually he does go down, but the Baron goes to Bro. Aiming, getting a lot of gold for sure from that kill.
And then it's aiming against Casting and Teddy.
Yeah.
2 carries against 1, and you saw how it played out.
And so much of the damage is the Azir, but if he's ulting and then Zhonyazing and then dying, the only people who are actually damaging the people who you swept back are like Lucian and Xin Zhao and Cassante. It's not big. I mean, Lucian is, but it's basically only him. As now they are looking for perfect. He's in a rough spot, but he is Cassante.
Not the best shockwave.
Well, that's going to be down now for this push.
It's level 20 Gwen. It's just ungodly.
And with that extra bit of time on the sweeper, just able to clear out that ward. And now they're going to get onto Ghost, who is holding up the door and does survive throughout all of that. So that is going to be the quickness down.
Yeah. Shockwave is back up from when it was used before. Perfect looking.
This is so hard. It's like Perfect has to be the one to engage. As a big shockwave catches 3. The follow-up damage isn't there, but it's enough to get them pretty low, and BDD is on the flank, but Perfect's already dead. Perfect is dead. Cuz is getting low, and that's just the whole team gone as BDD is behind enemy lines doing nothing. And Bro just playing better as a team, and they look to be maybe taking down this game number 1 unless BDD can do a 1v5.
I don't think he can do it, I'm being honest. We'll see him give it a go, but I think this is Bro's game in the bag.
Yeah, the flash on in, the stun is easy as that. As the Zhonyas comes through, sweeps the Gwen, does negative damage, and Bro will be taking the Nexus down here in game number 1.
Well, that was the Bro and Brew, and I think they managed to Bro and Brew all over KT. And I feel like after how you threw away that massive gold lead against T1, and now this is happening, it's starting to feel like more of a systematic issue.
Systemic. Yeah. It does feel that way. I mean, KT...
Yeah, point and click in the top lane, point and click in the mid lane. Varusol is pretty reliable. You know, it's not point and click, but you know, it's long range CC. And then once one of those hits, Ambessa just connect onto a target.
Things went pretty well, and it made sense for their comp.
Yeah, but bro...
But Gideon's like, no, we're going in.
Bro, just tracking the vibes, you know?
So Cuz is like, no, I gotta check this brush. And he is just dead. First blood is given over to Gideon on the jungle Ambessa. That is a problem.
That's a great feeling for him. Definitely a pick you can snowball on. He did just go kind of round the rock, and FearX went the other way, so... We'll be able to pick up the grubs, though. In the meantime, Cuz gets the dragon. So a bit of a trade-off. Casting, though, getting some plates. Actually up in farm against the Gnar, so that's nice. Bot lane as much as I thought they would. Look at that big Mantra Q. I thought more of that would be happening, to be honest.
Maybe because Cuz just lives here? I mean, he's always here. And so is Gideon, but like...
Well, he's wearing a suit, so I think he works here. Maybe doesn't live.
All right, there's the engage. They're going in onto the Varus. The root is there, and Palu's like, wait, what happened? Nobody went in. Palu is dead. Aiming also in a bit of trouble. Even with the Talia coming down, Gideon says, thank you very much. I will take that kill. Gets the shield from the Karma and is still going as now Roamer shows up. Bit of a roam from him. And they say, well, we did enough. We got the kills, and we'll back away now.
Yeah, they knew Gideon was there, right? But it's still very scary. But if the Ambessa's going to get Eclipse next, I assume, and just, oh my god. Oh lord.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
It's going to be rough. As, yeah, the root comes down on the Cuz, he's just dead.
Oh my god.
Not sure what happened there. I mean, just not respecting their ability to follow up, and now Palu's left all alone, and he's dead too. And now the Rise gets a kill.
Don't do that, but you could have.
I think maybe then it would have mattered.
I think then it maybe would have mattered. But maybe even then. I don't know. This game's looking pretty doomed. But we'll see. What can KT do to bring... Oh, no.
Here he is, the head bully. They're going to hold him in place. Oh, they kind of messed that one up, but it's okay. Namgung takes about a bajillion damage, and he is going to have to flash that one. And now Gideon kind of in an awkward spot here.
Oh my god, they left the head bully!
Oh no, the double knock up into the Gnar! And the shutdowns go the way of KT. Well, casting's just in the bottom lane, but the punish was there for KT.
That's what happens when the main character and his friends unite to fight back against the bullies.
Yeah.
He's not so tough without his cronies. Yeah. He was the lamest of the cronies.
Didn't do a whole lot of holding.
Oh.
More of a talker.
The cronies are back.
Yeah. BDD is definitely dead. Really, the only question is how.
This is episode 5. The cronies strike back.
There it is. They give the kill over to Roamer. Definitely a good idea. He is now 2-0. And working towards that Seraphs. Casting just going to go ahead and take the turret.
Yeah, not much you can... Oh. That's,
got him.
Hold him for a second. Now Palu's here.
I don't think... Okay, when aiming gets here, that will be a problem.
Looking a little bit... Oh, Varus is TP... He wants a kill.
All right, that's a flash away from the chains.
They're going to be... If they get Cloud Soul as well, they're going to be zooming.
They really will be. And now they're just kind of sieging the turret. Cuz comes over, and as Muno, you don't really have like this ability to hard engage or like be a big threat. You just kind of stand in front of your team.
He's just organizing a business meeting.
Yeah. So he's just kind of on the phone and not really doing a whole lot.
I would be so tilted if my teammate was just on the phone, you know, in the middle of a game.
That Talia wall was like that meme where the guy slaps the tape onto the, like, the side of it's got like a hole in it and a bunch of water was coming out.
Flex seal?
Yeah,
Flex seal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
PD just throws down the wall. He's like, all right, here, mid lane is fixed.
Like, if you get ahead of the curve, you get so far ahead, as we can see now.
Yeah.
You get so strong, so it's working great here. And now they have control of the area. Oh no, this Gnar.
Little face check. Just a little one here from Perfect, down to 40% health. Even lower, actually. Went down to like 15%.
By the way, he just TP'd in.
Yeah. He was just out of the fight. I mean, this is Cloud Drake gone.
You know you get a 30% HP shield when you TP in.
Yes.
So he will have had that. And they burned through that. Actually, the casting and power W, that'll have broken the shield. Rest in pieces.
Yeah. Renekton OP in this meta.
So broken.
So there you go. Just a free Cloud Drake just like that.
Oh, aiming not having a fun time.
On the edge.
Yeah. It's always fun and common when you're speeding yourself up, running around. Oh, top lane is battling.
Oh, here we go. We got a wall coming down as BDD is going to make this interesting. Aiming coming over the circle. Does so much actually to keep him in place, but the follow-up is not there. As now the Ambessa is here, the raid boss is here to party. As Tenacious A is going to actually run away. Roamer in there in the thick of things. At least it is traded back as Aiming is no longer on the rift, but Teddy is separated from his team. Looks like Cuz, very healthy, is able to run them down.
Yeah, 1-for-1 overall. Everyone just flew in. It's like they were waiting for an opportunity to fight. Aiming was just melting him. He gets exploded. And in the end, Polu is very low. Roman nearly has Actualizer. That's a big spike.
Yeah.
He's up at 600 health, no flash. So,
all right, there it is.
He's got ult.
Yeah, ult comes up, but the damage is real onto this Baron. Cuz has to provide a front line. We got no Meganar as well. Namgoon taking so much burst. Palu, he steals the Baron away! Unbelievable! How is he able to do that? And now BDD taking a bunch, but Roamer's going to go down to defend Yunora. That's Teddy on the back line, but he's pretty low himself. And Aiming is still on the chase, dashes forward. And Cuz once casting, but Aiming able to push forward the circle. Gonna get on top of Teddy, and down he will go. 978 gold. And Gideon and Bro are struggling now, as they are considering sticking around. We don't really have ults available, so they're just gonna walk away.
You know what? This might just be the method, right? So the fact he's trying to smite it exactly on 1400 is just a massive flaw that allows that to happen.
Casting's going in, and he's kind of caught here. He's a big Renekton, but okay, does have the GA. They fight Aiming! He's frontlining and just dies. It's now perfect. He's got Meganar. I think they're considering going in on this one as we're just realm warping out.
Yeah, disengaged, right call there. Didn't have the cooldowns available immediately. They managed to take out Aiming, but they need to make it happen.
Now they're trying to get this scuttle for the vision. They are going to pick it up. And now Casting just going to get in the brush.
Yeah, trying to land poke. FearX building up his Narbar again.
BDD over the wall, going to do a nice chunk here to Casting, who kind of has to get out of dodge. And now the Meganar is coming up because enough time has passed. So now we have that right on time, and now Bro are like, oh, I don't know about this, and trying to go for the steal. Gideon will not get it. Smites have not been on point, as now Cuz looking for the engage. They've got perfect with flash. He wants the angle, gets rooted immediately, has to flash away, and Gideon access to the back line. It does a ton to Palu, has the GA. And now it's Bro on the front line pushing forward as Aiming doesn't have a front line. BDD is also on the run. Down goes the Gnar. Aiming is by himself on the bottom side trying to 1v4. Flashes over the wall, gets one, picks up another. He's going to move. Three. He's going insane mode as it's the Quadra for Aiming making a pentakill on 12,000 damage.
He takes them all down. It feels like a 1v5. BDD there to back him up. Aiming puts the game on his back and cleans up the Bros. That's the champion you need. If you're going to take the game to this late, that's the champion you need. What a crazy fight here. Damage on it. It's going to go down pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do have some vision on it. They see 11K. BDD still on the right side, has his wall. Gideon obviously wants to get in there. It's just going to come down to a flip, it looks like, as Gideon gets into the pit. And this time it does go to Gideon, as in the back line goes Casting, looking for BDD, but he is not going to get him. As meanwhile, we had Gideon fall to Aiming, and Casting just, trying to get him over the wall, but the timing not quite there on the Realm Warp. So Casting should be going down, as he does do a decent amount of damage, but at the end of the day, it's just Aiming to get yet another kill on 10 now.
You can't.
They're gonna kill this
Gideon's
so fast.
so far away. You have to get in.
They're gonna kill this so fast. Like
gets Cloud Soul. I think it's just doomed.
Yeah, Gideon has to get in right now. He is going to flash and miss the smite as it goes to Aiming, and the front line immediately goes down. Palu is out, but look at Aiming. He is dashing. He is smashing once again, looking for Casting, looking for that front line. And Pro are like, no, please don't attack us. We come in peace. And you know what? They're actually able to disengage. They have a little wave in the mid lane as well. They're actually going to push up to this inhibitor turret, funnily enough. But Aiming still very scary, along with the rest of KT with Cloud Soul.
Yeah, so they've been routed a bit and going to lose it in here. I'm just concerned because now aiming for the rest of the game, 15% extra movement speed and that on-demand movement speed on ult, you're going to get chased down. All the...
What?
Don't
guys,
guys,
come on.
Lock in.
Lock in. Gideon's in trouble. He's getting kited out by a Gnar.
Bro, lost their mind.
Yeah, bro, are just, I don't know what's going on. Gideon is just out of this one. Down he's going to go.
I don't think.
All right, that's going to be the QSS, the Scimitar, used by aiming.
On someone who isn't aiming, because if they kill aiming, that sounds good, right, killing aiming, but he's going to respawn with a GA and be a problem. I mean, if they just catch aiming out of position, that's great, right?
Oh, they caught Gideon, and he's going to be rooted up. Gets the QSS out
aiming
there.
For the speed.
He's doing so much damage right now. Nobody can deal with aiming. As there he is. He's legendary. Gideon is down. And it's 5v3 casting. Desperate to take out the Unara and does so. But the double knockup comes in from Palu. And that should be it. Roamer is down. Casting is as well. And I think KT have done a TP into the mid lane. And this is a done deal. We will be moving on to a game number 3. Unless Namgung is somehow able to create a miracle. It's not going to happen. They will be pushing down mid.
I mean, I feel like it already hit that sort of critical mass, but you add in the Cloud Soul movement speed, and aiming was just charging forward to run them down. The turning point of this game was that massive team fight where he was able to just put the game on his back. 1v9, carry it, and yeah, draft a hyper carry. These games are going slow, they're going long. That's what they needed. And KT answer back and take us to a game 3.
Smolder next game.
Might be the play.
We'll have to wait and see. Down will go the Nexus. We will go to a game 3. KT not out of this yet. They have been dealing with so many long
effect of being a poke champion, but aiming in that team fight was just the main character. And it just feels like these games are going long. It's chaotic. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, I love how we were talking about how, like, you know, it's been slower games, lean into the scaling, and both teams are like, we're going explosive. We've been too passive. Let's be active.
If they're actually...
It's going to be crazy.
He is going to Grim Deliverance a reality check.
Oh, that's so
this
cool.
cannon.
You know ability names. I thought you couldn't do that.
That's like one of the... Yeah, because, you know, he's relatively new, so I looked it up, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's kind of... I said it like a couple of times, so now it's kind of stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Well, aiming doesn't have flash, and now he's kind of just being run down here. Uh-oh, he's going to get ulted and just die!
Yeah.
First blood goes to Teddy. Feeling pretty comfortable on this MF.
Well, that's the lane matchup, right? MF just bullying out the Kai'Sa. I think the thing is, right, we were a little bit unsure about the MF.
And we are on the KT side,
He's very vocal. I don't know if you watched last year. KT put out a bunch of voice comms. I'm going to hold this thought while we're fighting this dragon.
Zoe not really able to do much. They want to go in on it because he doesn't have his ult. As now he is going to go back in. Teddy kind of stuck in the pit, but he's able to get out, but aiming says no. This ult's on top of him, and now there's no one to protect any of them. That is a double kill for aiming.
Job's done.
Perfect.
It's fixed.
Who is still going in. Roamer is kind of in a rough spot now. He doesn't have his flash, and apparently no satchel either. Gets gunbladed to death. And casting, just chilling in the top lane.
And you know, the call, save the TP for bot, it seems to have paid off pretty well.
And casting now is beginning to feel pretty good about the way the trading is going. After getting a beating early on, Namgung pretty tanky here on the Leona, but now the Eclipse is down. Solar Flare comes down, and aiming says no regardless. Teddy does a bit of damage back, but take a look at the gold diff for the AD carries now.
We talked a little bit about drafting for lane versus drafting for late game. I'm feeling a lot better about the Kai'Sa right now. Before all this, like, the quest came in. And I think they should nerf cashback with the context of the quest existing.
Well, they know Palu's here, so they're just going to go for an engage as Roamer's in trouble. He is getting zoned by every which thing, as eventually you just get rooted and killed by Palu.
Goodbye.
But,
just key target, kill target, they engage and then blow him up. Okay, this is scary for bro. Not for KT. This is fine for KT.
Yeah. No Nautilus ult. We'll see if that factors in as, oh, it's just taken by Cuz. Walks up and takes it as a ton of burst damage from the ults do come down from Bro. And the Zahan is going crazy in the pit. Cuz should be going down here. As sleeping in the brush he is, but Nongshim goes in, keeps him in place as Teddy and Casting do move forward. Aiming and BDD still trying to fire at them, but yeah, you know, a very close fight, and at the end of the day, KT got the dragon.
Yeah, I think would have possibly gotten better for KT if they didn't stand in all the AoE. I think that was possibly a factor.
And so yeah, now about 800 gold.
I think that's the thing is that KT's comp does need to be more decisive with its engages and get on the back line. If Romer and Teddy can kind of just free fire from distance, and especially...
Yeah, they're just going to give it up here. Mid tier 1 does go down. It's a lot of pressure for potentially BDD. We always talk about the Zoe, even though it is already 22 minutes in. Uh-oh.
Might be so... Oh.
Okay, they're just going to send it. They just kind of have to. Casting, though, is taking a ton of damage. There's no follow-up. He just dies. And that's not what I meant when they have to send it, because... Yeah, now they're just getting pummeled by BDD, and they absolutely have to give this Ocean Drake up. There is no chance they can fight here.
The thing is, they don't have the vision set up. Casting just kind of ran in by himself. This is not how you play around an objective. Like, there's no other way to spin it. This was just brute forcing, and it didn't work. And the thing is, you can't even make an argument like, oh, they couldn't contest the space.
They know this Baron is a potential threat, but they're losing a lot of objectives, like mid tier 1, top tier 1. And now Casting is kind of in check. He does have a maw, but kind of just shot down there by Teddy. But I do wonder if they have a reel in onto this Baron pit. A lot of sums down, and here comes the turn. Nongshim in trouble, and the back line is accessed. Romer has to get out of there with the satchel. Cuz, though, getting pretty low. It's a trade of Cuz for Nongshim, as that is the kill onto the Ziggs as well. As the crowd goes insane. Casting here, trying to run away, doesn't have any help, and aiming, who's still holding on to his ult. So eventually will take down the Zahan on top of it all. Even the flash burned at the very end, and KT take another big fight.
Feels really hard for Bro to approach at this point. Rome again absolutely
desperate. What's going on over here?
Oh, no.
What's happening here? Well, at least the Gromp is trying to help, but it's not going to keep him alive, as, yeah, that wasn't worth. And that's going to be Baron just because they're not on the map. We talk about how Baron can be difficult to take down, but if the enemy team doesn't exist, and you have any amount of damage, you can take it down eventually. Get close in some of these objective fights. I
think also the Zoe just creates so much space, and at no point have Bro really found a window to close distance on it. And now he has a Seeker's Arm Guard as well.
Well, BDD's still finding angles. They're attempting to find an angle onto him and punish it, but it's...
okay.
He's not messing around. He wants to end this game.
They have a lot of damage. Yeah. A lot of damage.
He's like, if we're going to get ahead, I'm at least going to get stacks. Like, we're not getting 14K ahead and not ending this game. And that's one way to do it. And they've got the angle, the three-man cyclone onto them, and immediately in goes aiming. Even the hook, everything is beautiful here from KT. They will put their fans out of their misery and finally give them a win here in this series as Bro group up for it, and KT knock them down.
Absolute decimation in the team fights in this game. BDD on his signature Zoe just smashes through Bro.
Those are KT fans.
How much slower the first two games were. This one was just like a brute force punch from KT. They will be able to close the series out. The expected result overall, but an interesting manner in how it played out.
Yeah, very nicely done here from KT in game number 3. Bro stood no chance. And apparently,
what a wheelhouse was. So that was important.
Yeah.
We also
learned about the history of it.
That you used to be Brendan Valdez, and you're now Brendan Valdez.
Yes. Big change has been made over the years.
Yes.
Happened a while ago. It was like 2016.
You're a whole different person now.